Hi, this is Advocate Vishal Naik. Today I am going to talk about the issue of Uniform Civil Code. These days we can see that there is a lot of hype about the Uniform Civil Code, and uh, we can hear it in the news that the Parliament is working on the Uniform Civil Code, and everyone is very much confident that this Uniform Civil Code will be ready and it will be passed in the Parliament. But this is not possible. The foundation for Uniform Civil Code is Article 44 of the Indian Constitution. So the drafters of the Indian Constitution, they just made a suggestion for the future parliamentarians that they should ensure that India should have a uniform civil code. But the drafters of the Indian Constitution themselves never drafted the uniform civil code. So basically they never knew the complications or what actually is the uniform civil code and what complications it has or what effects it will have. Forget about passing the uniform civil code, not even the draft can be prepared. It is impossible for anyone to prepare a draft, even a draft of a uniform civil code to be passed in India. There is a reason for it, and I will discuss the reason at some other time. So basically, a country cannot have two uniform civil codes. Now you will ask me where there are two uniform civil codes. We are only striving for one uniform civil code. And even the drafters of the Indian Constitution in Article 44 have stated that we need a uniform civil code. That means there was no uniform civil code before. But in reality, we already have a uniform civil code in India, and that is the Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution itself is a uniform civil code. The drafters of the Indian Constitution, they did not know about the uniform civil code, what it was. The uniform civil code was present in the state of Goa, and it was there in the Portugal. In the in Portugal, they did not have a constitution. They had a uniform civil code. Similarly, in Goa, we did not have even the Portuguese constitution, but we had a uniform civil code. That is before liberation. But after the liberation, let me say it, we did not have a uniform civil code. And even today, Goa, see, there is everyone is saying that there is uniform civil code in Goa, but it is completely wrong. Goa doesn't have a uniform civil code. Today it doesn't have a uniform civil code. Prior to the liberation, Goa, that is 19 December 1961, prior to 19 December, Goa had a uniform civil code. But just after the liberation, 19 December 1961, Goa ceased to have a uniform civil code. So in today's these days, when the discussions for uniform civil code comes up, the people refer to Goa. They want to implement uniform civil code similar to Goa in the whole country. This logic is completely wrong. There is no uniform civil code in Goa which can be copied and implemented throughout the country. It is not possible because, see, we don't have any objection for having a uniform civil code, but it is not possible. And even if we want to implement a uniform civil code in India, it is not possible because of the Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution and a new uniform civil code cannot exist together. Forget about the passing of uniform civil code. It cannot even be drafted. It is impossible to draft a uniform civil code when the Constitution of India exists. So the Article 44, though it says that India should have uniform civil code, it is impossible to have a code, a law with the exact title as a uniform civil code. But there are other options. The same purpose can be achieved in another way. There is a solution to it. The same objective, same purpose can be achieved in another way, but not by passing something called as uniform civil code. And to conclude, I would say that uniform civil code is a good idea. It has a good intention, but it is practically impossible to do. And I am saying it today, even after another year, or let's say 5 years or 10 years, no one will be able to even draft a uniform draft something called as uniform civil code. All the political promises, all the hype about the uniform civil code is nothing but political jumla, and nothing is going to come out of this. Even for the next 10 years or 50 years or 100 years, no one will be able to draft or pass a uniform civil code in India. This is just a political jumla and nothing else.